Hey, it's your girl, Carla Renata. I am back with a brand new cast of hosts for season 28 of Dancing with the Stars. We are going to break down the celebrities, the pros, and who we think is going to take it all the way. Stay right there.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hello. Welcome back to AfterBuzz TV. I am Carla Renata, and I am joined with Carla. I try to roll my R's. It's so sad. Carla Beltran, and we are going to talk about, minus our other two hosts, Teague Dooley and Jeff Graham, about what's going on for season 28 of Dancing with the Stars. We've had to wait almost
a whole year
for another season. I'm like, oh my God, I think the last time we did one was last fall or last spring or something. It's been a minute. But we wanted to sit down and break down and talk about everything that's happening for season 28 that we know of, because this year they did something new. They usually tell us right away when they announce who is going to be on Dancing with the Stars, pro-wise and celebrity-wise, who's going to be paired up with who. And this season they threw in a little twist and decided that they weren't going to let us know until the premiere.
I'm so nervous, but also super excited for another season. I kind of like the cast that we have coming on, but I'm so nervous that we don't know who they're dancing with, because I feel like I'm like, are they gonna have a good dancer? Like, I like this person. Like, who are they paired with?
Right. Like, so, I feel like when they would tell us before who they were paired up with, I could immediately assess who I thought was gonna like bring home the gold in the end, or bring home the mirror ball in this case. But I don't even know. So let's start with the let's list off all the professional dancers that we know are coming back. So we know Brandon Armstrong is coming back. We love Brandon. Lindsay Arnold, Alan Burston, Cheryl Burke. I love Cheryl Burke.
Cheryl is my favorite.
She is like the OG DWTS pro. Whitney Carson, Val Shmerkovsky, and Val and Jenna got married between the last season and this season, so they're going to be competing last time they were competing against each other as fiancés, and this time they'll be competing against each other as husband and wife. So that's going to be real interesting.
That's so fun.
Sasha Farber is there. Daniela Karagash, Keo, Peta, Pasha, Gleb, and Emma. Those are all the professionals, and I like all those pros. I think a couple of them have come from the troupe. You know, a couple of seasons ago they started infiltrating this Dancing with the Stars troupe, so they would have the troupe do the dances in between the commercials, as opposed to the ones that are doing the competition, because that was a lot of dancing for them to dance in the commercial break, dance with their partner, try to make their partners feel comfortable.
That's so much choreography, like in 1 week. It
is. It's a lot of choreography, and for people that have never joined us for Dancing with the Stars, you should be aware that not only do the pros pick the music, they pick the dances, they choreograph the dances, and they teach it to the celebrities. And they select the costumes. That's a lot. That's basically them producing a show every week.
Basically.
That's a lot going on.
Definitely.
But those are our pros, and kudos to all of them because we love them. Now, let's break down this cast, honey. Let's break down the cast. So the first one I want to talk about is your personal favorite. I'm going to let you say his name.
We're going to start off with Carmel Brown.
Now, why do you like him so much?
I'm a huge fan of the show Queer Eye, and I think he's so great the way that he talks to people. He's definitely a really good people talker, and I love his personality. I just really do. I love his energy, his vibe. I know that he's going to come in and he's going to deliver 100%, because that's just kind of the type of person that I know he is. Well, I don't know him, but from the show, that's kind of what I feel like he's going to bring, and I'm just so excited to see him in this show now. Yeah,
he seems to have a lot of energy, and with Dancing with the Stars, you definitely got to have a lot of energy, because what I see has a tendency to happen from season to season is that first dance that everybody does, which we're going to see on this Monday night, the 16th, that first dance, everybody comes in gangbusters because they've had 3 or 4 weeks to work on it. But then after that, the time becomes very very minimal
Yeah.
in between dances, and so you have less and less time to kind of work out your situation. So it'll be interesting to see who after like 2 or 3 weeks comes in and works it out. But I think your boy might be coming in kind of on the top there.
I think so too. And just to point this out there, you guys, I really, really, really do hope that he's paired with these two people. I either want him to be with Cheryl, because I think she would be great, or Whitney, because I think they would have like a really good like balance.
I think he's kind of tall, right?
Yeah, he's kind of
They
tall.
may pair him with Jenna. They may pair him with Jenna or Cheryl, but Cheryl always has a tendency either to mostly get paired with the athletes.
Okay.
Most of the time she gets paired with the athletes, so she'll probably get paired with Ray Lewis, who's an NFL Hall of Famer.
Okay, Bill, if they get paired, then they're gonna win.
Well, we don't know that, but she usually gets paired with the football players, because she got paired with Emmett the year that he won.
Yeah.
And she got paired with the race car driver the year that he won.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name. He had a lot of energy too. He was fun. But she always gets paired with the sports people, and sports people, NFL players in particular, always seem to do really, really well on Dancing with the Stars.
And Ray Lewis is known for like as the dancer of the NFL.
Yeah, some guys were telling us ahead of time, right before we taped it. They say he's known for doing his little, touchdown dance things. I'm like, okay, I can't wait to see what kind of moves he's gonna bust on the dance floor.
If I could chime in as well. This is
Josh,
producer in the
please
booth.
do.
Yeah, Ray Lewis was always known for that, especially during pregame rituals and everything. He would always lead the team in chants and dances and everything. And even in his entrances to in the stadium in Baltimore for the Ravens, he would have literally pyrotechnics popping out of his little entrance place, and then him just dancing onto the field. It was just the most amazing thing you can ever see.
I can tell you are a fan of Ray Lewis already. You can't wait to see how he's going to do. I can tell.
He's definitely got my vote, and Karamo's got our vote as well, because he is an AfterBuzz TV alumni as well. So.
Oh, who knew?
Is he?
Well, look at that.
So awesome.
Okay, well, I don't know if I'm gonna give him my vote, because I'm kind of rooting for a couple of other people. One of them being Lauren Elena, because she is now a bona fide country music recording artist, but back in the day she was on American Idol and she was the runner-up, and I think she was 16 years old when she was on American Idol and the runner-up. So to see her blossom into this Grammy nominated, AMA nominated, Academy of Country Music nominated recording artist, and to see her win a couple of times has been really, really cool. So
that's so
and
awesome.
She has so much personality, and she's so goofy, and she's so much fun that she's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
And I feel like if you're a singer, you're automatically a really good dancer because you know the rhythm of the music.
Well, I know some singers that sing their faces off and they are just horrendous. But that's a whole nother story. I can have another show about that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing her, and I'm also looking forward to seeing Mary Wilson. Mary Wilson, for people that may not know, was one of the founding members of the Supremes, and the Supremes have gone on to have many incarnations since the original incarnation of Florence Ballard, Mary Wilson, and Diana Ross. But when I was a little girl, I wanted to be the Mary Wilson of the group. I used to make people in my neighborhood I used to make people in my neighborhood come, and I'm like, we would do talent shows and stuff, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna be the Supremes. And people, because I was so bossy, they thought I naturally wanted to be Diana Ross. I'm like, no, I want to be Mary Wilson because she's the pretty one. So I wanted to be Mary Wilson. But Mary Wilson is going to be, she can dance now, so it's going to be interesting
and she's funny.
She's hilarious.
I've seen a couple of videos from Dancing with the Stars, and her personality is so warm, and I like her already.
She's pure comedy, but she's one of the, I was saying before we started taping that Dancing with the Stars has a formula. They have somebody that ticks off a box for every single demographic that watches the show. So they have the NFL football players for the sports people. They have the people over 50, the music icons like a Mary Wilson. They have a reality show contestant. They have somebody from Disney. They have somebody from Nickelodeon. They always have a sports person. Like, the list goes on and on, but they have a definitive list of people from definitive groups every season that they put on the show and then pit them against each other. So it's always interesting to see how they go down. But I think Mary Wilson's going to do really well. Somebody else I think is going to do really well that people may not be ready for is Kate Flannery. Kate Flannery is an award-winning actress who a lot of people know her from playing Red on Orange is the New Black. So I'm really interested in, and she was so convincing on Orange is the New Black that I think a lot of people think she really is Russian, but she's kind of not. But it's going to be interesting to see how she is, because she has a lot of personality and she's very acerbic in her sense of humor. So we'll see what happens with her.
Who I think is not going to do so well? It's actually Lamar.
Lamar Odom?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like his proportion and like the way that his personality is, because we're talking, I feel like every person that we're talking about, we like love their personality and they're totally out there, and I think that he's so quiet, and he's like, when I think of him, I just think of him as like tall basketball player, which is like he's here to like play, but I don't think I've actually, maybe because I haven't really seen him in full effect, I've only seen scenes of him in like certain shows and stuff.
Well, he's a sports player too, so he does come from the basketball world, and you got to kind of move and dash back and forth a little fast to make it work on those courts. So I think what you're saying, though, I agree with you. He does seem a little shy and a little introverted. So it'll be interesting to see, with all these millions of eyes on him, judging him as a dancer and not as a basketball player, because he has that confidence going onto a court, but is he going to have the confidence that it brings to come on to the dance floor and take home that mirror ball trophy?
It's so different, like
it's
dancing,
a very different ball game.
It's different,
because in basketball, as in football, you are playing on a team, but even though you're playing on a team, you are still contributing individually to the overall goal of the team. In dancing, you are solely reliant, at ballroom dancing in particular, you are solely reliant on whatever chemistry and physicality you have with a partner, like right on top of them. So, and because he is so tall, and most of these young ladies that are the pros are kind of short in stature, it'll be interesting to see who they pair him up with.
Who do you think he would get paired with?
He probably gets somebody like, I think he might get Peter or Emma. Peter or Emma.
I can see that.
I think he would get Peter or Emma, because they seem to work really well with personalities of that type. So they may do well with him. Somebody else I'm interested in seeing is Christy Brinkley, because she flat out said that she cannot dance. Now, a lot of people that may not know who Christy Brinkley is. Christy Brinkley's on a plethora of commercials right now that come on TV, but she was known primarily for being a model, a supermodel in particular, and she was married to former Grammy winner Billy Joel. So she was married to Billy Joel. They have a daughter named Alexis, and Alexis was a model for a split second too, and I think now she sings a little bit. But Christy Brinkley is one of those supermodels that time has been very good to her. Like, her face is not cracked, her body is not cracked. She's in great physical shape, but she self-admittedly is like, I can't dance. So the biggest Cinderella story of the season will be if she comes out victorious or even in the top 10. Yeah. Because she says she can't dance.
It's funny to see. Some people are like, they tend to be shy about them dancing. Maybe she's like, I have a feeling, because I've had people who are like, oh, I can't dance. And then you see them and you're like, what are you talking about? Like, the rhythm is in you. And they're like, no, like, I'm not that good. I'm like, no, but you still can dance.
So you're like, the rhythm's going to get her, huh?
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, at first she says, I was like, so in my first thought was like, okay, she's probably going to be in the bottom, when we start out. Maybe she'll be the first one to get kicked off if she really can't dance. But then I'm like, no, I feel like she might actually make it through at least the first 3 episodes.
I think her fan base might carry her through, but she definitely might hit that bottom too. Yeah. For the first episode. If she is as bad of a dancer as she says, she possibly may hit that bottom too, right along with former White House press secretary Sean Spicer. Yeah. Because I just don't see him being somebody that gets their boogie on.
I don't either. He seems so serious.
He just does not. He looks like he is the rhythmless nation all day long. I don't know. I'm not convinced that Sean Spicer is going to bring the heat on the dance floor. What are you feeling about that?
I don't think so either, but I don't like to judge by the looks, but just like what he's bringing on. I'm like, you look so serious. He's like, I'm a former White House, but I'm like, oh, okay, yes. Sir.
I cannot. This is a former White House press secretary who self-admittedly said that he was the Easter Bunny before he was the press secretary. I'm just saying. I don't see a former press secretary / Easter Bunny getting very far in Dance with the Stars. I just don't see it. It's just not in my crystal ball.
If there's something that I learned from last year's season was that honestly, if you have a loyal fan base, you can really get far in the show.
He has a loyal fan base, but he has... the tricky thing about him is, as loyal as his fan base is, he also has a completely different fan base that is not feeling him in any shape, form, or fashion. So it could work for him, it could work against him. I guess we'll find out when he hits the dance floor. James Van Der Beek is another one I'm looking forward to. He's the star of the former 90s hit Dawson's Creek. That was a big deal at the time. And now he shows up on TV series and in movies making fun of himself, which is pure comedy. I love that. I remember when I was doing Avenue Q on Broadway, he came backstage and paid us a visit. Yeah, he's great. He paid us a visit backstage, and he had his mom with him. He takes his mom everywhere he goes. And you could tell he was a really nice, earthy, cool, grounded dude. So I think he'll be one of those that'll definitely end up in the top 10. I think he'll be a top 10 because he's a TV favorite.
Yeah.
And he's very likable. People love James Van Der Beek on Dawson's Creek the way they love the late Luke Perry on the 90210 series, because it's that same era. So I think that show has a huge fan base. So I think he'll do really well.
See, someone who I think is totally going to make it to the top 10 is definitely Hannah Brown, just because like the fan base for The Bachelor and The Bachelorette is always so huge, as we've seen in previous seasons, that like I feel like, and she also has like a really nice personality, so I feel like she'll be able to bring good stuff to the floor, but also her fan base is totally going to be super behind her.
Yeah, but I'm not quite sure if Hannah's going to be able to... I'm not sure if she's going to be able to bring the heat on the dance floor. That's my concern with her. Yeah, I don't... And I could be wrong as two left shoes. I'm hoping that I am. Like, this is the thing. I'm not hoping that anybody's going to suck. Like, I want everybody to do their best and do well. I mean, you're on national TV with millions of people watching you and judging you and voting for you. So, as somebody that used to dance, as somebody that... not ballroom, but just a dancer in general, I'm not trying to see nobody do horrible, but I'm just giving my opinion on who I think gonna walk away with the mirror ball and who's not. And I don't think Miss Hannah gonna get it, but
I don't think so.
She might be down. She might be in that final stretch. Kel Mitchell. And they always have somebody that's funny. They always have a comedian. When I was talking about, the lanes that they take for people, Kel Mitchell is primarily known for a show that he was on Nickelodeon with Keenan Thompson. I get their names mixed up. So it's Keenan Thompson and Kel Mitchell. Kel Mitchell is on Dance with the Stars. But Keenan and Kel was a show that was on Nickelodeon, and they had another show on Nickelodeon called All That. But most people know Keenan from being on SNL. He is the longest running cast member on Saturday Night Live. And I think he's about to leave because he has a sitcom for NBC that he did during pilot season and got picked up. So I don't think he and Leslie Jones are both leaving SNL, and they've been replaced with 3 new members. But we're talking about Kel. Kel is funny in his own right. I think that he is a great dancer. I think that he'll bring a lot to the dance floor. And I'm always rooting for everybody black, so I want to see my brothers and sisters do well. So I want Kel Mitchell to kind of bring it on home. Ally Brooke is a pop star that's on there. She's cute, and the cute little young pop stars always do really well on Dance with the Stars. I'm thinking she's probably going to get paired with... I would love to see her get paired with either Brandon or Val is who I'd like to see her get paired with. But I think she might do well if she's paired with Brandon. Yeah. She'll do better if she's paired with Brandon. But she's cute. She's got that little fluffy ponytail. And, I think she might do well.
I know that I think she's like the younger generation, but I am kind of like sad that we don't have like a younger like a younger member. I feel like last year we had Milo, and he was great, and he was like, I think he was still in his teens, and I think it's always great when they bring somebody that's like young, because I feel like right now we don't have anybody that's really young.
I think Allie is probably the closest one to that in this particular cast.
Well, that makes me feel young because she's the same. She's the age I'm about to turn.
Oh, okay. Well, I think Allie and Lauren Elena's not. I don't even think Lauren Elena's in her 20s yet.
Oh, okay.
So she just crossed over into her 20s. So she's young, but they usually do have somebody really small. So predictions: who do we think is going to make the top 3 for
your AfterBuzz TV predictions?
Who do we think is going to make the top 3 after the premiere show?
After the premiere show?
Yeah, I'll tell you mine, and then you can tell me yours.
Okay.
I think it's going to be Ray Lewis.
I agree with you.
I think it's going to be Allie, and I think it's going to be I want to say James Van Der Beek or Mary Wilson.
Oh, wow. That's so different for me. I think it's going to be Carmo. I think it's going to be Ray Lewis as well. And I was thinking about Lauren.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was on the fence about Lauren. But anyway, so there we have it. We have all of our predictions. We've told you who the new cast is. We've told you who the new pros are. Join in tomorrow night with AfterBuzz TV with Carla Beltran, Teague Dooley, and Jeffrey Graham. I will not be here tomorrow because it's my birthday. But anyway, tune in and let us know what you think. Let us know how you feel. Let us know who you think might be in the top 3. Join that chat room right down below and give us those comments. And until then, we will see you and hopefully get a lot of conversation out of you for season 28 of Dancing with the Stars here at AfterBuzz TV. See ya.
Ciao.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners and principals.